Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another preview video. And today's one, we're going to be breaking down the tmnt RW tmnt ongoing series issue 129, which comes out tomorrow on May 25th, 2022. So the last issue was quite interesting, as Donatello went to Dr. Jasper Barlow to get his shell fixed, but has now been trapped by him and is now in the astral plane talking to Master Splinter. Meanwhile, we've got Cersei going to New York after being trapped or turned into 18. I'm not too sure, or grown into 18. I'm not too sure how to really describe what went on. But either way, she is going to New York, and the Triceraton and the Ultron thing is going from bad to worse rapidly fast. So this issue will be quite interesting in terms of where it's going to be picking up with the Punk Frogs, Dr. Jess Barlow, and Neutrons, and stuff like that. So let's look at the little preview. So we'll be looking at the preview images first, and then we'll be breaking down the description and also the covers. But I have already break down the covers before and the description, so you don't like have a proper full in-depth look at that. Then I would recommend going and checking at that. So this is just the cover, but once again, we're not looking at that today. Or not right now. So the first thing which I do want to bring up, which isn't necessarily anything to do with the actual preview images, it has something to do with this little image right here, which is sort of like I'm not sure what to call it really, but this is quite interesting. It's got Leonardo, and then got this got this toll to the left, the right. I mean, oh god, and I think that's either going to be either Jenica or Mikey. I'm not exactly too sure who it could be, but like it's one of them. So yeah, but this toll here, I'm not exactly too sure. Now, my theories is either that it could either be Donatello, or who knows, it could actually be Venus de Milo. I'm not exactly too sure, but it could be one of those ones. So going further into this, we then got the punk frogs in their human form on the day of the mutant bomb, and they're just hanging around, but then accidentally wind up in the alley which was held, and then that's when the mutant bomb hit. And this is when they get transformed into all the mutants. And we see that we've got all the mutants down here, even Bonnie, the new turtle, shall we say. So then we'll cut to present day stuff in Toad's lair, and Raph is asking Casey if he's seen Alapex or Donny because they've been missing for quite a while, and that's when Casey says no. So Raph says that he's all concerned about Casey just due to him like visiting his place last time. And it's been a lot of beers, and he's all wondering or just hoping for like it wouldn't go down the same route as his dad did. And this is when Casey goes a bit, oh man, I can understand why, because well, that's a touchy subject, and he starts saying that he's all high and mighty now. Then this is when they start getting into a fight. But the thing is with here is that with Pablo Ducomke's art style here, it makes Casey look more of a teenager than an actual adult. But yeah, now do cut back to the Dr. Jasper Barlow's lab, where Dr. Jasper Barlow is fixing up Venus de Milo and putting on her limbs, and saying that basically he's trusting her now with the limbs because he doesn't think that she'll escape this time, and it's now saying that like her frog limb won't be necessary anymore, and she's trying to make him into a turtle. But the only thing is for like because he got new subjects he can work on, he doesn't really see much of a reason why to turn her into into like a turtle again. So he's going to try and turn her into more the human type, so that she can still regain her human likeness. So then he goes on to say that basically the shell is everything, or is like keeping her body all together. And he found this on the black market, and he was all broken. He didn't have his blood, didn't have nerves, and all that stuff. But he was able to get that working again. And he does bring up like quite an interesting thing, saying like, oh, like he was just wondering like, if this broken shell could be Donatello's. And I sort of wondered that myself, but at the same time, I don't exactly want them to reveal it. I sort of just like that, like this, like just like one of these little things of like what if it is actually that thing, and it just really makes you wonder. But like I feel like that'd be quite a cool thing to have in the turtle fandom, especially like something like this, like especially later on in the game where like it could be, it could not be, but if you want it to be, then it can be. But if you don't think it is, then it doesn't have to be. So I do really like that aspect to it. So yeah, that's all the preview images. Now, in terms of covers and stuff like that, so for this comic, it's going to be written by Sophie Campbell. It's going to have cover art and actual interior art by Pablo Tonki, Although I wouldn't be too surprised if we did have some art style from or artwork from Sophie Campbell, just due to the last issue having two art styles, one with the like present day stuff, and then stuff with the astral plane stuff. The astral plane stuff was done by Sophie Campbell, so like I wouldn't be too surprised if it did that again, but like, it would be cool to have that. So the description for this, and I've already mentioned that I have already broken this down in much great detail. So Dante struggles to escape from the friendless Dr. Barlow. The devils attempt to save him, but first of all had to have a final showdown with punk frogs, plus a long-awaited introduction of Sophie. Yeah, this issue is going to be quite interesting in terms of what it does. So the long-awaited Slugofree, I don't care who this character is, and to have him in the description as like a joke sort of thing, it sort of makes it a bit weak in terms of like what could potentially be happening in this issue. Uh, um, but yeah, the interesting things about this one is like the final showdown the punk frogs. I wonder if it'll be like set up within this issue, and then they're gonna be having the full blown battle in the next issue, or just gonna have the big final battle here, and the next issue is just like wrapping things up. And also wondering if they're going to be getting Alapex, Sheena, and Donatello, and also Venus out in this issue, or if it'll be in like a future or like in like next issue. So again, this is all like one of those questions for like will be answered tomorrow, but like I really want to know now. And yeah, so this is going to be going for $4, and it's going to have 30 pages. It's all the regular now with most comics and specifically turtle ones. So in terms of covers, we got the regular one, which is done by Pablo Tucanqui, which is just cover A, which it does look good. However, it is outdated just due to Zombie being dead, Morel working with Sherelle now, I think maybe even dead, and then Cersei slash Regenta has gone on to New York and is now grown up to be 18 within a matter of a few hours. So it's so out of date, and I sort of don't like it. But at the same time, I do like it enough because it's really good. It's a really good, nice art piece, but it's just so out of date. Had this cover been for like a previous issue, then I would not have any problems with it. But yeah, it's just it annoys me a little bit. Now, for cover B, which is done by Kevin Eastman, as always, it is another Venus de Milo one, and wow, this cover is beautiful. It is really nice. It really does give me like next mutation sort of vibes with like the bandana sort of stuff. Also, really says a lot about the cover or the issue in a way. Oh, this issue or this cover looks really nice, and I would definitely have to say that this whole cover like really pairs well with the one from I think it was either issue 28 or 27 with the Venus de Mayo on the rocks. It would look nice to that. Oh my god, this is all tempting me to go buy this cover as well. Oh boy. But yeah, we then next have the 110 variant cover, which, if you know about those, then yeah. And this one is done by Freddie Williams, and you probably should know his work by now. He done the Batman and tmnt crossover, volume 1, 2, and 3. He also done the majority of the tmnt universes covers. So it's good to see him come back and do some more Toll stuff. So with this cover, it is just Jenica slicing through the like page or thing where the Toll's coming out. I don't really mind this cover. It doesn't really give too much away in terms of like the story. It's just like a good, like nice art piece. My biggest problem with it is just like it doesn't really say anything about the actual issue itself. I mean, it's a really nice art piece and all, but like, what does this really tell me about the issue itself? I mean, yeah, it's good and all, but I'm not exactly too sure what to say about this one. Now, yeah, that's really all which we got for this video. So yeah, I'm wondering like, this is like what covers like you guys are gonna be buying. If it's gonna be the cover B, cover 110 variant, or it's gonna cover A. Me personally, I'm gonna have to go with cover A just because I always pick up the cover A ones and they do look the nicest. But yeah, oh, this issue is gonna be quite interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do awesome, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.